friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela, and on this channel we are going to talk about cross stitch today. If you are new here, again, my name is Michaela, but my friends call me Mac. I am 27, I'll be 28 this month actually, and I've been cross stitching for about 2.5 years. So today is currently Sunday, December 1st. It's like 5 p.m. here in Tennessee. I just got back from Cincinnati. I went for Thanksgiving to see my fiance, because we hadn't seen each other since September or something like that. So I'll talk more about that when we get into the video. So let's see, what do we have today? I have some FFOs. I have no finishes. I have a new start, 7 whips, I think. I've got like the tiniest bit of haul, and we're gonna talk plans for December. Hopefully that lighting is a little better. I had to adjust it a little bit. We're gonna scoot over so I can. Hi, baby. Did you miss mamas? Did you miss me? This bed is crazy. Oh, I have this little ottoman at the end of my bed that I got off like TikTok shop or something. It's literally like made out of cardboard is what it feels like, and they have destroyed this thing, but oh well. We'll get into the FFOs. I finished all of these back in January, and then I just now finally finished them because I can finish things, I just don't like finishing them out into like frames. But anyway, 6 of these are on 36 count elephant run from Fox and Rabbit, and then one of these is on 28 count, I think just tea-dyed linen. These are the Creepy Christmas Village ornaments from Lola Crow. This was her Christmas stitch along last year. So this first one is the Haunted House, Holiday House. I just bought these like flexi wood frames off of Amazon. I got these little bows at Michael's, some black felt that is hot glued on the back, and then some twine. Very simple. There's this one, Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Yet to Come, I think is what it was called. The this one's one of my favorites. Creepy Christmas Tree. Creepy Crawly Gazebo. This one is the Headless Horse-Drawn Carriage. This one is the Creepy Carolers. There's hot glue, strings hanging. Make sure y'all saw that. And then the last one is Merry Mole. It's one of my favorites. So I fully finished all 7 of these. So maybe we'll have some more finishes, or fully finishes at some point. I'm hoping to try to do that some this month with some extra time that I have off, but we shall see. Up next we'll do my new start, and that'll go into like a majority of the haul, and I'll just do the haul right now. So I'll have to put a picture in of over here of one that I ordered off of Amazon. It was a dimensions kit. I haven't picked up my mail since I've been back, so I'll just put a picture of what it was. It is a stocking that I think I'm gonna stitch for myself. And then this pattern I got at Stitchers Inc. here in Memphis. This is Deck the Halls by Satsuma Street. I just thought this was super cute. It's not like the typical Christmas colors that you would see, but still very pretty. I haven't done anything to like kit this up or anything yet. We'll see how long I hold on to this before I actually kit this up. And then new start that like goes into the rest of my haul. So as I said, I was in Cincinnati, and that being said, I went to Keepsakes, very first time there. And the store was a little overwhelming, which every cross-stitch store is, but I still managed to find a couple things. There are 2 patterns that I bought that I can't show you because they are gifts for my friend Kelly. But the main thing that I got while I was there was, I had to participate in Nora November at the very end. This is Willow Queen by Nora Corbett. So I got this pattern, and they had the bead pack already prepackaged, so it was so convenient that I just couldn't pass it up. So I'm doing this with all of the called for threads, but I did switch out the fabric. These little floss drops was something else that I got while I was there. They're just like thick cardstock. So this is all of the called for and the 3 water lilies that it calls for. The fabric that I picked out for this is still in the hoop and there's hanging threads, so y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. This one is 32 count Illusion from Mystic Fabrics. And I've been working on this since Black Friday. I haven't worked on it any today because I've been driving all day, but that's been like a couple days progress. I am gonna continue to work on this in the month of December, so sneak peek at December plans. But I am hoping we can have some really good progress on this by the end of December, but this is my new start for the month. The fabric choices that I did have was this one, and then there was more of a purple one that I decided against, but the ladies at the shop did help me decide that the beads that are more blue are gonna pull out some of the other colors that are in this fabric. I also got this Nurge hoop while I was there. I went there and then I literally had nothing to kit a project up. Like I had no floss drops, no hoop, no needles, no nothing. So I ended up buying some needles, floss drops, a hoop, all the things. But yeah, that's my new start. My very first Nora. I think I'm going to attempt to stitch the skin 1/1, but I'm gonna try to stitch everything else first, just so I can have ample time to do some research on how to do that. If you have any tips, leave me a comment. But I'm gonna have to do some major research before I do 1/1 skin for the very first time. So yeah, that was my new start. That is gonna be, that I'm just gonna continue to work on for the first 5 days of December. So the next project wasn't one that I had told you guys that I wanted to work on this month. I did talk about it last month because I had worked on it before. I'm dropping everything. This one is Japanese Garden by Dimensions. It is a gold collection. Last video I had talked about how I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it in timeout or not, because it was really just frying my brain. So for the month of November, I decided to try to put in 1 strand a day to see what that would do and if I liked that. I only got about 17 days worth in there. I was just really busy and I was gone, and I don't know, I just wanted to work on the other things that I had. So I think what we're gonna do with this going forward is keep it in my regular like wheel, because I have a wheel that I spin that picks the projects that I work on. Just keep it on my wheel, and when it gets pulled, just work on it, and then when I finish my current focus piece, move this one into being the focus piece because it is my second oldest. If I have a picture of what it looked like beforehand, I'll show it to you, but this is like 17-ish strands, and I was working over on this half of the project. So this was done previously. And I just did some of this stuff over here. I had another project that has all these pencil lines on it that I did wash. Bring it in closer so you guys can see what I did. that I did wash, and the pencil lines did come out. So next rotation this baby comes out, I promise I'm gonna wash it and get rid of all of these pencil lines. But for now, she's going back in the bag and back in the closet until she is called again. We'll see how long it takes her. I didn't mind working on it every day. It made more sense for my brain to do one strand a day, just because it was easier to follow the pattern that way. But I don't know. I feel like some days I really want to deal with a pattern that's more difficult, and then some days I don't. I don't know, it just really depends on how I'm feeling. Let's see, before I get into the whips, I can kind of recap what Nash and I did while we were in Cincinnati. Nash is my fiance, for anyone that is new or anyone that doesn't know. He is currently in his 4th year of optometry school and is on his externships, and he's on his 2nd out of 3, and he's almost done with the 2nd one, and he's currently in Michigan right now. But he'll be home in like 3 weeks permanently, so we're very excited about that. So we met up on Wednesday night, but it was like super late when he got there, so we didn't have time to do anything. Thursday was Thanksgiving, and we slept in, went to see Moana 2. It was so good. Moana is one of my favorite Disney movies. Moana 2 is very cute. We had steak and baked potato Thanksgiving dinner. And then we got frozen yogurt that night, I think. Yes. What, baby? Bean's very vocal. He was upset that I left, but he got to spend time with my mom. So they're happy I'm home. Friday, we went Black Friday shopping. We went to like a little mall, went to Keepsakes. Had our usual Chick-fil-A, like it's not a trip unless we have Chick-fil-A. We also, for some reason, always go to Olive Garden when we are out of town. I don't know why, but we always get the unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks, and it's just perfection every time. Hi, Beanie. Hi, baby. And I think that's all we did on Friday. Yeah. Saturday we got some coffee and we went to do an escape room at, oh my goodness, he almost knocked all these projects on the floor. We went to do an escape room at Breakout Cincinnati, and the one that we did was called The Kidnapping, and you are basically, the story is that you've been kidnapped and you're blindfolded and handcuffed in this room, and you have to figure out how to get out before the kidnapper comes back. So we were actually blindfolded and handcuffed, and we had to figure out how to get out of the handcuffs and all that. We had, I think, 2.5 minutes left, and we were on the very last puzzle, and the last puzzle was Morse code, and neither of us know how to read Morse code or like figure out Morse code. So like we were on track to finish it. We just like were really struggling with that. But oi, can you stop? I have my ironing board as my table, and every time he jumps on it, it like moves it. But anyway, so Breakout Cincinnati busted our undefeated escape room record. After that, we went to Ford's Garage, which is like a little restaurant in Cincinnati. It's Ford based, and it's got like a assembly line of fake cars on the ceiling that actually moves, so that was really nerve-wracking and cool at the same time. After that, we decided to go to the Rheingeist Brewery, and it was like we did the brewery tour. It was very cool learning how they make beer, and we got to see like all the vats and stuff they make it in, and their packaging and all their empty cans and part of their museum and stuff. And then I think Saturday night we went to like a hibachi restaurant, which was super good, called Yakitori. If you guys live in Cincinnati, you should try it. It's called Yakitori. I think it's in the Norwood neighborhood. I may be wrong. And then this morning we got coffee and said goodbye, and I've been driving for like 6 hours or almost 7 hours. So anyway, very fun time. But I can't wait for him to just be home permanently. So anyway, we'll get into the whips. First whip I worked on was Playful Snowman Ornaments, a Dimensions Gold Collection. You're gonna see that I really love Dimensions Gold Collections. I have way too many. So I was working on these. These are stitched on 18 count ivory Aida that was provided in the kit. I managed to fully finish the first one, so I'll put up what it looked like beforehand, and I completely finished backstitch and everything this one here. The only thing that I changed is I omitted some of the French knots because they were just really bulky and I was not digging it. And then I started on the next one. So next rotation, I could probably finish this one out as well. So that was some Christmas spirit that I was getting into there. It was very fun. These are super fun to do. I'll show you guys this one a little closer up. All the details really make it. All right. The next project that I worked on was something, what's it called? Diamond Quaker number 2 is what it's called, and this is what it looks like. The paper makes it look a lot brighter than it actually is. They're very nice muted type colors. I'm stitching this on white 40 count Verdal 1/2. I'll throw a picture up of what it looked like last time, maybe up top all over my face. I ended up finishing this motif, this one, and this one. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to because I realized I made a counting error in this here, so I had to frog it and then restitch and restitch this, and then this actually went in pretty well. And I couldn't get my borders to line up with this Quaker. I just stitched it I think 2 or 3 times and I couldn't get it to line up, so I just started putting some of the color in to figure out if I miscounted in the border somewhere. But next time I work on this, I think I'm gonna start on this side and see if I can make it meet in the middle. But it is very fun, very delicate. One of those projects that will take me 100 years to finish. But I am a bit of a process stitcher, I think. I like both. Like, I'm a process in the beginning, and then once it gets close to a finish, I am very much a progress for the finish. Alright. So that was project number 3 that I worked on this month. The next project, oh my gosh, surprise, a Dimensions Gold Collection, but this is a petite. So this is Coffee Shop. I've started this in January, I think. And my goal for this month was to try to get at least get to the halfway point. And I ended up meeting that goal with the cross stitches, but I'm gonna wait until the end to do the back stitching because I need to wash this project. And I'd washed another project that you'll see later on, and it kind of made the back stitching a little wonky, so I don't want to mess up any of this. But I'll put a picture on what it looked like, but here we are now. The halfway point was right about there. So a couple more sessions and this one will be finished. I had a comment on my last video. There's a lady that made a comment. She's also working on this, and she's like, yeah, I roughly counted that there was like 193 French knots. So there's at least 193 French knots on this that I have to add in at the end. So I'm gonna be really, really good at French knots by the time I'm done with this project. But bring it in again, let you guys see. So a couple more stitchy sessions and that one will be a finish. Let's get this back in here. All right, this next project was so much fun. I almost didn't want to stop working on it, but I'm glad I did because I needed a break. One thing I will say about this, so this is the mock-up photo, and the way that the pattern in, I use Markup RXP, but the way that the pattern is charted, this is not what it's gonna look like in the end. It starts with this one, and then this is the next one. But like, it doesn't make sense. Any way you orient this paper doesn't make sense on how it goes, unless I'm just ignorant. But anyway, this is this project. It is stitched on 40 count white Verdal 1/2. And here we are. It is nearly full coverage, but she is gorgeous. Last time you guys saw this, I just had the border up top, I had a hanging thread here, and then I had like the tiniest little start of this square here. But this is very fun. Another project that's gonna take me a million years, but again, that's okay. Bring it a little closer for you guys to see. So here she is. I think I started this in August. Yeah, I did. Started in August. So we'll finish her eventually. Right. This is our second to last project. And this one, believe it or not, I had so much fun working on this as well. This is another Dimensions Gold collection. This is Bayside Cottage. Stitched on ivory 18 count Ada. I will find a picture of what it looked like last time. Let me see if I can move this needle a little bit. I think my mom left me some leftover Thanksgiving dinner. So that is what I'm doing after this, is having leftover Thanksgiving dinner. But anyway, I'll find a picture of where it was before, and here we are now. My goal for this in November was to get the project completed to the halfway point with cross stitches and back stitching, and I managed to do just that. And then I started working on the cross stitches on this bottom corner over here. So a few more stitchy sessions and this one will also be finished. This is the one that I had washed with I put that Tide and just hot water or warm water, and it took out the pencil lines pretty well. I'll have to wash it, I think, one more time to try to get out the lines that are like in here, but it did pretty well. So. All right, my last project, I did not get, or I didn't do a full 5 days on it like I normally do, just because I had that new start and I was traveling and all that jazz. But you've seen her once, you've seen her 100 times. This is Dimensions Gold Collection Winter Cabin. This is my focus piece right now. This is also my oldest whip. I started her in April of 2023. So last time you guys saw it, we had the first page fully completed, backstitch details and everything. I did add in the missing French knots, and this is pretty much all I got on this go around. I got some of the sky going and then some outlines of some trees happening, but not a whole lot of progress was happening with this one. I think this is 16 count blue Ada, or dove gray is what they call it. Bring it in closer. So I am working on this project every month until it's a finish. So this is part of my December plans. So we're gonna work on this again in December. We're also gonna work on Willow Queen, which will be the first one that I work on. I'll probably work on this second just to give it a little more love, since I didn't get to do that this month, or in November. It's not November anymore. And then we're gonna move into plans for the rest of December. Usually I stitch 6 projects a month. I do 5 days each. And then if there's like an extra day, so I think there's 31 days in December, so if there's an extra day, I just work on the last project an extra day. Ain't no big deal. What's he doing? What you do, baby? What you do? Honeys. Some sweet cheese. So anyway, so Winter Cabin and Willow Queen are 2 of the 6. Let's see, another one I'm gonna work on is another Dimensions Gold Collection. This one is European Bistro. I'm pretty sure I started this in September, because I had like a start in September, but so started that in September. I have a hanging thread. Oh well. This is the current look at where she's at. I have no goal for this. We're just gonna make some progress on her. So yeah, European Bistro. I also think, what is this stitched on? 16 count dove gray, I think is what this is called. Another one that's really fun to do. Okay. The next one, let me find the cover photo. This one is Snowman and Friends Stocking, another Dimensions Gold Collection. I'm stitching this for Nash. I also, when did I start this one? September, I think? I think I started this one in September too. I think this is the correct way up. I started in the center on this one. I didn't iron this, sorry. But no, I don't know what I want to do. I think what I'm going to try to do is work up to the top so that I can stitch from the top down. So essentially my goal is to just work to the top and make some progress. See how much we can get going for this one. I think this is 18 count. Yeah, this is 18 count white Ada that was provided in the kit. So Nash will have this in, have this stocking for Christmas in like 10 years. So he'll just have to wait. Now the next one that I'm gonna work on, I have not worked on this baby in a long time and I've been missing it. I think the last time I worked on this was July. I started this in December 31st of 2023. This was my new year, new start, but I couldn't resist starting it, or I had no self-control and I just had to start it immediately. So this is, I think this is 36 count. This is 36 count vintage country mocha, and this is Haunted Library by Lola Crow. The last time I worked on this, I had finished the first page. So this is the first page done. So I believe I'm just gonna move over and do the second page over here. So we're finally gonna make some more progress on this. For some reason, I associate this with like traveling and like airplane rides. Because I started this when I was in Rochester, Minnesota for New Year's last year. And I worked on it like in the airport. I also worked on it in the airport this summer when I went to Boise. So for some reason, my brain is associating this with airplane travel. So I'm trying to like break that from my brain. But I am excited to work on that. It's so much fun. And then last but not least is Summer Oak from Mill Hill. It's part of their Mighty Oak Quartet. I have done 2 out of the 4 of these, so this is my 3rd one that I have started. I can't remember when I started this. I think I started this in September, I think. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Come on, baby. Can I hold? Let me hold. Let me hold. Hi, baby. Did you miss Mama's? Did you miss Mama's? Isn't he sweet? Oh, my sweet baby. Anyway, sorry, bean side note. But this is Summer Oak. I know it's winter time now, but oh well. Something to get me in the mood for summer, because I kind of miss it. I didn't get a lot of progress last time. So I feel like I was just burnt out on new starts, because I think this was the last one that I started for September. It is a big stretch, but if I could finish this month, that would be insane. Like I would love that. So maybe I make this the last one that I stitch on this month so that I have that extra day to work on it. But it's not super hard. This one doesn't have, there's not as many beads in this one as the fall one. The fall one seemed very bead heavy, but yeah. So if I can get this one done, all I have left is winter. And I'm trying to decide if I want to, because I think I have now with the Willow Queen that I started, I have 19 current projects. And if I don't finish Summer Oak, I kind of want to start another one until I have an even 20. So I think I'll work on Summer Oak last, and if by the 30th of December it's not looking like I'm gonna finish it, I'm gonna pick one of my kits. I really want to try to start some of my kits so that I can stop having so many kits, because I think a majority of my kitted projects are kits from like Dimensions or wherever. So I'm probably gonna start one of my kits if there's no way that I'll finish Summer Oak, so that I'll have an even 20 for 2025. So that's pretty much all I have for this video. I'm gonna try to come back mid-December and do my mid-December, but do my end of year whip parade. So I'll show you guys all of my finishes and then all of my whips. We're still kind of up in the air on if I'm gonna end up doing a December wrap up. I'll have more information probably in my whip parade. There's a potential that I have to have my wisdom teeth removed, and they recommend that you don't yap a lot. So if that is the case, then there probably won't be a January or a December wrap up, and if it is, it will be a I just show you picture, show you project, no talking type video. So I'll have more information on that. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving and just spent some really good time with their family. What, baby? he needs me to go sit on the couch so he can sit by me. He's upset that I'm doing things. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I hope you have a good start to the first half of your December, and I will see you guys again for my whip parade. Bye, friends.